Blay Goody, the traitor to the nation, seeks to drag Simone Ihievi Bagbo and Don Mello into his betrayal. When a man has betrayed once, he will do it again. And when a traitor feels his own downfall approaching, he always looks for others to drag down with him. That is exactly what Charles Blay Goody is doing today, on the Ivorian political stage. Let everyone take note of this immutable truth: Blay Goody has always been on a mission for Alassane Ouattara. This is no longer about ambiguity. This is no longer about interpretation. It is a clear, methodical, organized plan to make people believe in a pluralistic election in which the political opposition supposedly takes part.
Blay Goody is with us every day. I mean every day, both literally and figuratively. I mean every day. Maybe it might surprise you that I say every day. No, but we see each other, we talk. The minister knows, but yet, he has his COGEP. He hasn't received his receipt yet, but he will certainly get it.
Thus he exhausts himself trying to convince Simone Ihievi Bagbo and Ahouha Don Mello to maintain their candidacies in the unconstitutional presidential election, so as to give a democratic varnish to a vote locked in advance, and above all, to legitimize the exclusion of Laurent Gbagbo, Guillaume Soro, and Tidjane Tiham. Charles Blay Goody, the dim figure, is afraid of being left alone in the camp of false, traitorous opponents. Afraid of being seen as the traitor of the century. Afraid to admit publicly that he sold himself to Alassane Ouattara for a passport, his freedom, and a few scraps of banknotes. So he sets a political trap for Simone Ihievi Bagbo and Don Mello. He flatters them. He pushes them. He urges them not to withdraw. He whispers in their ears, "We must continue. We must prove we are still here."
By the way, Simone Bagbo, I tell it loud and clear, was certainly Laurent Gbagbo's trainer. She was Laurent Gbagbo's trainer in politics, but also in trade unionism. We can't say we don't know her.
Does that mean you have sympathy for her today?
No, I'm not expressing any sympathy. I'm only stating the facts. The facts are there. They are historical facts. You can check them in your books, in your libraries. You will see that what I'm telling you is nothing other than the strict reality.
But the truth is he simply wants to share the disgrace. He wants to drag them down with him. He doesn't want to be the only traitor. Blay Goody knows that Ivorian youth have unmasked him and spat him out. He knows he no longer fools anyone, so he is looking for human shields. And who better than Simone Ihievi Bagbo, maternal figure of the resistance, and Don Mello, a respected intellectual, to serve as his cover? But beware. The trap is clumsy. And the Ivorian people are watching. I ask simple questions. If Charles Blay Goody is a true opponent, why does he never criticize Alassane Ouattara? Why does he always attack Laurent Gbagbo? Why does he call himself Ouattara's nephew? Why does he refuse to dissolve the COGEP and join the PPACI if he loves Daddy Bagbo so much? Because the truth is bare, Blay Goody does not want to return to the father's house. He wants to sabotage the family. As for me, Chris Yapi, I see clearly through his game. And I say this, the serpent has spoken. He called himself Ouattara's nephew. Then let him stay there. But let him leave Simone Ihievi Bagbo and Don Mello alone. Let him not drag other patriots into his abyss. The Ivorian people no longer want false opponents. The Ivorian people will not forgive those who lend legitimacy to a rigged election. And Blay Goody? He can dance, speak, juggle with proverbs, but he will not escape the people's sentence. We are no longer together. He is Alassane Ouattara's sofa. We are fighting the dictator Ouattara. We no longer have the same struggle. We no longer share the same camp. We no longer pursue the same goal. And let it be said, clearly, plainly, and definitively, Charles Blay Goody is a repeat traitor. He has become the unofficial ambassador of the RHDP within the opposition. Let him stay there. But let him not dare sully the name of the President Bagbo to cover his shame.
Ah, is that where it all started?
That's where it all started, and she went to get her kits. Then, beyond getting the kits, they went to submit their applications to an institution they don't recognize. There's a problem.
Were you informed?
No, we were no longer in the same coalitions. Some will tell me that our electoral system doesn't inspire confidence. Their grievances are legitimate. Not only do I share them, but I understand them.
Chris Yapi does not lie. Find Chris Yapi on his 2 YouTube channels, his Rumble channel, his TikTok, X, Instagram, VK and Threads accounts.